Hey guys, make a New York strip steak and some chimichurri sauce with me. So we got our New York strips. These are beautiful and ready to be seasoned. Over here we have all of our seasonings that we will be using today. I will go through each one step by step as I'm putting them on. So let's get started. Okay guys, so the first seasoning we're going to start with is just some adobo. You can use any adobo of your choice. Now with your adobo, you're going to lightly season each side. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, the next we just have some Creole seasoning, and that is good for any type of meats, fish, any type of poultry that you're cooking with. And like you're gonna just lightly spread on each side and you're good to go. Next, you're just gonna use some black pepper. Any black pepper of your choice is fine. Lightly sprinkle that on both sides. These are some really big steaks. Yummy. Last thing I'm going to use is a little bit of thyme. Now, a lot of people cook thyme freshly with the garlic in the pan with the butter. Me personally, if I don't feel like doing all the extra cleaning in the pan, I just use the thyme that's already made, and I just lightly sprinkle that. It's the same as if it was to cook inside your steak. Last but not least, you're just going to go ahead and pinch 2 pinches of salt. 1, 2, and you're going to flip it over. 1, 2. Now that those are all seasoned, let's go ahead and slide those to the side and get our chimichurri sauce. Okay, now it's time to get started with our chimichurri sauce. So chimichurri sauce is so good when it's paired with any type of poultry. Really good, takes it to the next level. So you're gonna start with just cutting some fresh cilantro, and how I like to cut my cilantro is I ball it all up and then I just squeeze it as I'm just cutting it to give it a really fine cut. Okay, so now that you have all your cilantro cut, let's go to the next step. So with my bowl, I got a clear bowl so you guys can see right through it of what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and put our cilantro in the bowl. And I don't like to put the stems, so just be mindful if you have a very stemmy cilantro. Just take the stems out. Sometimes the stems can look very long. So now that your cilantro is just plain, you're gonna go ahead and add some chili flakes, some salt. Be very light on your salt, ladies, very light. Some pepper, some oregano. Now with the oregano, I just do 2 big pinches full. And then last but not least, actually there's 2 more things. Let me grab it from the fridge. So this is just garlic. I have fresh garlic, but I can't find my mincer. So let's just go ahead. This works just as perfect. You're just gonna do 1 tablespoonful. And then you're gonna add some vinegar. This is gonna make the sauce part of it. It already smells so good. And it's so healthy if you think about it. All right, last but not least, you're just gonna cut a little bit of lime and you're gonna squeeze that right on top. All right, so now look, your bowl looks so pretty. Let's give it a close-up look. Wow, look how beautiful this is. So let's go ahead and whisk that all together. Letting that cilantro soak in that vinegar, and the chimichurri is ready. So while your steak is cooking, go ahead and place that in the refrigerator. Go ahead and spray your pan with a little bit of that pan, and we're gonna go ahead and take some butter, and if you don't have liquid butter like me, just go ahead and drop 2 teaspoons full. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that butter and that oil so it can be well combined to give our steak a real buttery taste. Then the last thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and add a teaspoon of garlic right in the center, just like that. Now that is caramelized, you're gonna go ahead and swish that garlic around. And let's bring our steaks on over. Okay guys, give your steak 6 minutes on each side for 3 times. So basically 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes for the steak to cook. All right, let's go ahead and flip those over. Wow. I also like to take the side butter and put it on top, giving your steak a very buttery finish. All right, so we're just rotating again. That's just garlic, guys. Don't worry about that. It's going to look very tasty at the end. Alright, they are getting browner and browner. And depending on how you like your steak, if you like it just like this, you can go ahead and get ready to take it off and let it rest on your cutting board. But I'm going to keep going because I like mine a little bit more brown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now that your steak has been resting, let's go ahead and cut it. Now, how I like to cut it to give it a more aesthetic vibe is we're gonna go ahead and cut it like that. All right, so I got my steak knife, which is really big, with these big steaks. So let's go ahead and give that a nice cut. Oh, wow, it looks so good in the middle. Whoa. Okay, so we're gonna line those up, bro. Oh, it looks so yummy. All right, so now that you cut your steak, you got your chimichurri. It's nice and cold. That's the best way to honestly eat it. Let's go ahead and sprinkle that on top, and I'll turn the camera so we can get a better glance here. Oh, it just looks so good. Mouth-watering. And there you have it. You have made your New York strip with your homemade chimichurri sauce. And you know we have to go ahead and try this together.